When Liu Chengxi wakes up, he is completely naked and has no idea of where he is. He noticed something, so he lifts up the blanket and suddenly saw a girl dozing on top of him. Slowly opening her eyes, the girl bids him good morning. She suddenly became aware of her physical appearance, including her messy hair and disheveled clothes. She immediately wraps a blanket around her body. Embarrassed, she asks Liu if he saw it, and Liu nods in silence to confirm. He turns his face the other way and tells her to put some clothes. She asks Liu how he's feeling, as she searches for new clothing. With a straight face, he replies he's fine and inquires as to where they are. The girl then says that it's her room. Liu sighs and believes the girl is the one who saved him. 1 week ago, before the two even knew each other, the girl rushes through the middle of the forest. With ripped clothing and a collar in her neck, she dashes like she's afraid of something. Suddenly, a wall of stones blocked her path. A group of men approach her, and she tears up upon hearing them. The cloaked guys discuss their heinous scheme to molest the girl, whom they refer to as the princess. The princess trembles as she just wishes for the goddess Freyja to send her a hero. Suddenly, a giant bird crashes to their location as a result of an impact. The hooded men are surprised when they see it, the Lord of the Storm. They are planning to grab the princess and just run away, but they notice the giant monster is dead. They saw a guy who they assume the monster's killer, Liu. Inside her mind, the princess shouts help to him. One of the hooded men instructs his friends to take the princess away as he glares at them, but Liu attacks and slams the man against the wall. Intimidating the remaining men, he warns them to take the guy away and leave. With that, they run away and left the princess to Liu. She keeps staring at him in awe of his abilities until their eyes met. Liu asks her if she can stand, which she said yes, so he attempted to leave her alone, but she cries at him to wait first. Liu heard a thump and saw her sobbing in pain. He sighs and turns around to give her a piece of cloth. She took it and wipes her cheeks as she expresses her thanks for saving her. Glaringly, he emphasizes the fact that he only saved her because the men earlier provoked him. He points out she looks like a rich young lady, so he asks for a reward for what he did. He suddenly noticed her all wounded and filthy feet. He then suddenly carries her in his arms and says his plan to clean them. The princess cries because it will hurt, and she's scared of pain. She thought Liu will do something bad to her while cleaning, so she slaps his cheeks and embarrassingly tells him she's not mentally prepared yet. Liu sighs as he bluntly tells her she lacks sexual appeal. The princess blushed and tells him she's still growing. They arrived at a river wherein the princess cleans her feet. Liu straightly recommends to her to wash the dirty brain of hers too while she's at it. Embarrassed, she asks him if it's possible for him to be nicer to a young lady like herself. After that, Liu takes up her legs and scrubs her feet. Flustered, she noticed his black hair and wonders if Liu is a hero from another world. She introduces herself as Anna and invites him to call her Nana. Liu responds by introducing himself as well. Suddenly, a monster who's lurking at them suddenly charges right at the two. Anna is surprised when she saw it's an Earth-scale rhino. The rhino roars to scare them, but Liu merely gives it a cold stare. Unexpectedly, it startled the rhino, causing it to flee. Anna was taken aback because they're known to be aggressive. After a while, the bandage to Anna's feet is done, and Liu says he'll take her to her home. Anna heard that, but she still ponders about Liu's black hair. All of a sudden, she asks him if he's the new hero. Liu is excited when he heard that there are heroes in this world, but he immediately realized that the one who transferred him there didn't tell him anything about it. Anna excitedly tells him that heroes are summoned from other worlds, and they were one of the only 7 demigod-level powerhouses. She emphasizes Liu's strength because he defeated Simurgh, the giant bird monster. Liu decided to get more information from Anna, so he asks her if she can use magic. Anna was shocked. Her bright expression changed when she answers that she can. With a dim expression, she tells him that the men earlier scared she'll escape. So they sealed her magic with a magic sealing collar, and it can only be unlocked with a key. She forces herself to smile and tell Liu that she'll find a way to get the Empire Knights to suppress the kidnapper. With a serious expression, Liu asks if she knows the enemy base location. But Anna don't want to trouble him anymore, so she refuses to say it. Even so, Liu still forced her to answer. When night fell, Chief Slew, an evil-looking man, aggressively questioned his troops about the man who had allegedly killed a supreme-level monster all by himself. He can't believe what he heard, but one of his men assures him that they witnessed it. He also told him that his companion is injured by just one attack by that guy, who he mentions who has a black hair. Upon hearing that, Slew ponders in deep thought. He thought that maybe it's the hero of Ardor Cultivation Country, but he deemed it impossible, as he's currently battling in the front lines. Suddenly, a guy informed him about the presence of 20 Empire Knights. He instructs his men to deal with them, while he will search for the black-haired guy and the princess in the meantime. He grinned madly due to the excitement of finding the princess. Meanwhile, Lu is nonchalantly standing until he felt a presence coming from the mountain. Slu is searching for him and the princess from its peak. Lu commences his surprise attack, but Slu noticed him and praised his magic. Lu replies by ordering him to hand over the collar. He tries to slam Slu down, but he dodges it. With a smile, he asks Lu the whereabouts of the Empire Princess, but he noticed that he has completely no idea that she's a princess. Lu is annoyed when he thought he ended up saving the Empire's princess on his first day in that world. The stones in the surrounding area levitate, as Slu offers Lu 5 million gold coins to hand Anna to him. As for his master's plan to overthrow the Empire, he admits that Lu is strong, and he hopes that the two of them can become brothers. Lu acknowledges that the offer is enticing, but he refuses and calls Slu's face disgusting. Slu's patience slowly disappears. While Lu thinks about how it's better to join the princess rather than Slu's anger formed up. He yells at Lu and charges his attack. Lu forms wind magic at his hand. The surroundings blow up when their attack collide. Slu manages to close off their distance. He tells Lu to die, and after that, a small black hole appears from his palm. He releases the attack, but unbeknownst to him, Lu dodged it. Right when he thought victory's in his hand, he saw Lu perfectly alive and forming tornadoes in his sides. Slu finds himself unable to move, and Lu used this opportunity to attack. He makes him dance along with his swirling tornadoes. Meanwhile, the Empire Knights came in the mountain. They are in the middle of finding Anna, but they suddenly saw a light impact coming from a certain direction. The leader of the Knights thought that the princess may be in danger, so he orders his men to follow him. Smokes are everywhere from different directions, and Slu stands slightly paralyzed. He asks Lu if he's not afraid losing the key, but Lu says he'll just beat him up again and again until he hands it over. Slu arrogantly yells at him, but before he can finish his speech, Lu immediately punches him due to annoyance, and suddenly, a large explosion appeared and injures Slu more than he already has. Slu was surprised that the guy he's facing can injure him with just one punch. He yells his hatred and expresses his desire to kill Lu. Lu is deep in thought. He reminisces the quote of someone who said that this world loves him, and no one can beat her other than him. In an instant, large whirling tornadoes appeared and approaches Slu. Anna is running alone while crying that Lu is a liar for leaving her side. Suddenly, a rhino saw and chases her. Thankfully, Lu came and used magic to kill the rhino. Afterwards, he scolded her for running away. He told her to lift her head as he gets the key and unlocks the magic sealing collar. Anna was relieved, but she was immediately surprised afterwards when she saw elemental spirits acting friendly to Lu. She asks him if his injuries are alright, but all of a sudden, Lu removes the bandage in her feet. She cries from the pain it caused her, and embarrassingly threatens to punch him with her little fist. Lu shows her a medicine which heals wounds that he got from Slu, but instead of being thankful, Anna asks him if he hates her. Regretting what she said, she runs to apologize and hugs him. A man's shout can be heard, telling Lu to release Anna. The man introduces himself as Hulk and states his will to protect Anna, the princess. Lu was not intimidated and just thought of him as the Hulk in his past world. Hulk draws his sword and sternly asks him what she did to the princess, but Anna stops him. After her wounds healed, she told Hulk to not disrespect Lu because he is her savior. Hulk's attitude immediately changed after being scolded. Lu just silently watches over them and plans to leave. Suddenly, he sensed his mana being all used up. Anna assures him that he'll get the rewards he wants, but his consciousness suddenly faded. Inside his mind, Lu wanders in a blank white space. A girl named Lavinia approaches him from behind. He glares at her and expresses his hate for bringing him to that world. In response, she coquettishly says that she's the one who loves him the most, so she would not want him getting hurt. Lu tells her to prove it with actions. Right after that, she kisses him. She asks if he believes her now, but Lu thinks that a descendant of a goddess like her would not really fall for a mortal, so he assumes that it's just her way to amuse herself. Having heard that, Lavinia once again announces that she'll prove her love with her future actions. Lu was slightly surprised that she can hear what's inside his mind. She says she do, because she's inside of him, albeit asleep. She told him about the Phrygia's tears that generates his mana, and warns him not to use it all up, because he won't be awakened again the next time it happens. Lavinia's smile disappears. She's sad that she's running out of time to talk with him, but smiles again with the hopes of seeing Lu in the real world. Back in the present time, Lu asks Anna why she's sleeping with him, and him being almost naked on the top of that. Anna didn't answer his question due to embarrassment. Instead, she runs away to get him some clothes. Afterwards, A girl came to Luo's room carrying his new clothes. She offers herself to help Luo take his bath. Luo thought in his mind that this reward's not bad. The girl plans to slowly strip herself her clothes, but instead of being amused, Luo sternly asks her if Anna orders her to do that. She denies it and mentions that nobles like those things, so it's like a given for her. Luo denies that kind of service and tells her to just wait outside. When she leaves, Luo was relieved that it was not Anna's orders. Outside the castle, Luo and his new set of clothes met with Anna. She asks what he's feeling, but Luo didn't answer and just asked her if she did something to him while he's unconscious. Embarrassed, she turned the other way around and denies his assumption. She said that they only took care of him for 3 whole days. Luo engaged in a deep thought about Friga's tears. He's thinking if it replenished mana because he slept naked next to Anna. Anna calls her out and tells him that her father, the Emperor, will give his desired rewards. Luo was surprised that it'll be the Emperor himself, and he thought that he needs to pay his respects, no matter how troublesome it'll be. The giant door that leads to the Emperor opens, and Luo walks in the big carpet. The crowd talks about Luo and wonders if he's related to the hero because of his black hair. Eventually, the Emperor calls out Luo's name. He expresses his gratitude for saving her daughter, capturing the enemies, and killing the magical beast. He urges someone to hand him 2 rings. One contains 20 million gold, and the other contains the corpse of a magical beast. Luo accepts the gifts given to him, but someone suddenly objects. A man steps forward for his objection, and states that both the magical beast and the kidnappers were too strong for Luo to beat. Anna defends Luo to the man named Ackerman, but Ackerman said that he cannot sense any power from Luo and suspects him to be working with the kidnappers themselves. The Emperor smiles and winks at Luo. He urges him to bring a compelling argument, but Luo cannot understand what he means. A magic crystal stands in front of them. It is a special mineral that shows the scope of mana of someone who makes contact with it. Ackerman presses Luo to place his hand in the crystal. When he did, everyone was surprised because nothing happened. Because of this, someone assumes that Luo is just a normal person with no mana, and when Ackerman heard it, he draws his sword and attempts to slash Luo. Luo took hold of his sword barehanded, which leads to Ackerman's surprise. He jumps atop Ackerman and punches him from above, causing an impact. Ackerman was left injured with some teeth gone from his mouth. Everyone who witnessed it was surprised. The Emperor shouts happily while he asks the crowd if there's still someone who questions Luo's skill. He placed his shoulder to Luo and asked his desired reward for saving Anna, but Luo says he already gave him some. With an unusual smile, the Emperor explains that those were just for capturing the criminals and slaying the magical beast. The Emperor's mouth released a shining grin, and what came out of his mouth is the announcement of Anna and Luo's betrothment. Everyone was surprised by this announcement, including Anna and Luo. Flustered, Anna asks her father, but he just gives her a thumbs up. Meanwhile, a small crack peels off from the magic crystal. When the night came, Luo joins the Emperor and his family to a dinner. The Emperor asks him what's in his mind, and he asks him in return if he's really sure to betroth Anna to him. The Emperor states Anna's age, which is 13 years old, and says that she's not young anymore. Moreover, she agrees in the engagement too. Anna's barely developed body surfaced in Luo's mind, as he thought it's not enticing at all. He's in the middle of thinking of a way to push off the engagement, when Anna nervously asks him if he dislikes her. The Emperor interrogates Luo if he has any ties to the hero, and to the royal family of the Snow Moon country. Luo answers no to both of the questions, but because of that, the Emperor excitedly says there's no problem to their engagement, as he has no ties to other factions. But contrary to their excitement, Luo told them that Anna shouldn't make any hasty decision because she's still young. The Emperor and his wife noticed Anna is close to crying. He opens a bottle of liquor and urges Anna and his wife, Berseria, to head out. While pouring the contents into the glass, he tells Luo that he knew Anna slept with him, completely naked. He tells him that it was the first time he saw her daughter care so much about a stranger of the opposite sex. With a serious aura, he gives Luo 1 month before deciding. Meanwhile, Anna is sitting outside the castle, worrying that Luo will refuse the engagement. She suddenly sensed someone and saw Luo standing near to her. Luo thinks about Lavinia's trick that makes him replenish his mana only when he sleeps naked. Anna asked what he's thinking, and he says that her father gave him 1 month to know her. After that, he asked why did she sleep naked just to save him. Embarrassed, she told him not to bring that up, but her expression changed when she said she don't want him to marry her just because he feels guilty. Her grave expression suddenly lightens up, and she announces her love to Luo. She told him that in the following month, she will make him fall in love to her. The next morning, when the two saw each other, Anna opens her arms to get a hug, but Luo misunderstands and carries her like a child instead. At noon, she gives her a love chocolate and boasts being honor student, but Lu is still not impressed. The night came and Lu heard a knock on his door. When he opened it, he saw Anna in a sleeveless undershirt, wanting to sleep with him again. Still not happy with this, he allowed her to sleep in his bed while he read books in the library. When she wakes up, Anna realizes the situation. Meanwhile, the dusts of the pile of books make Lu sneeze in the library. He noticed Anna is not coming, and he thought it's better to learn more about that world rather than thinking of romance. He remembers that the goddess of that world is called Freyja, and he wonders how connected she is to the Freyja's tears within his body. He casts a small fire magic with the help of Freyja's tears, who allows himself to learn any magic he sees. But even with that wonderful attribute, the way to replenish it still troubles him. Suddenly, a girl approaches him and is amazed by his chantless magic. She asks Lu if he can teach her how to do that. The girl praised his skill to use magic without chanting. She pleads to teach him about magic, but Lu only thinks about the added troubles he will face if he allows her. Alice is an exchange student and the fourth princess of the Grander Kingdom. But even with that status, Lu straightly refuses her plead. In the library, her selfishness can be heard, as she didn't give up persuading Lu to become her tutor. Anna smashes the door and saw Alice kneeling in front of Lu. She encouraged Lu to go back with her, and the three of them left the library. Afterwards, Anna asked him why was Alice clinging to him. He tells her that he rejected her request to teach her magic. Even so, he compliments her by saying she seems a self-motivated kid. Mila suddenly joins their conversation. She told Luo to pay more attention to Anna, and even possibly praise her too. Her statement made Anna flustered. She mumbles to herself while Mila awkwardly gives Lu his meal. Anna decided to be more aggressive. She asks Lu if he has time 2 days from then on. She's happy when he said he should be free. But Mila mysteriously sighs, and Anna noticed something weird from it. She asked Lu if something happened between him and Mila. Mila felt nervousness and struggles to find an answer to Anna's question. On the other hand, Lu calmly assures her that nothing happened. Mila leaves after panicking, and Lu hopes she will finally stop doing weird things because of this. The day of the date finally came. Anna proudly shows Lu her wonderful outfit.